On April 28, 2023, CyberConnect announced via its official Twitter account that its native utility and governance token, Cyber, would be made available to the public for sale through the CoinList platform on May 18. The public sale will make 3% of the total supply of 100 million Cyber available for circulation, with 25% unlocking after listing and the remaining 75% unlocking linearly over a period of 6 months. The public offering price will be $1.8 per token. Cryptocurrency investment is high risk. This video is for market information and personal opinion sharing only and does not constitute any investment advice. Welcome to our 33DAO channel, where we explore the latest trend and insight in the cryptocurrency market, a place to spread knowledge of the Web3 industry. Today we will be discussing a hot project, CyberConnect, has adopted a protocol product ecology development path full analysis. My name is Jocelyn. I'm your host today, and joining me today is our co-host, Pei. Hi Pei, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Before we begin, may I ask you a question?
Sure, you can ask any question you like.
Have you ever heard of the CyberConnect project?
Yes, I have. I also recently heard about their CC profile, which is the new decentralized on-chain identity standard that represents each user profile as an NFT. Utilizing ERC-721 and its unique composability feature as a gateway for users to enter Web3. In sense, NFT is an NFT that users mint for the content they publish. Currently, the total amount of minted NFT has reached 820,000.
Can you share with us what CyberConnect is? I believe many viewers would like to explore it.
CyberConnect is a multi-chain, decentralized social graph protocol deployed on Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, and BNB chains. It's a platform that allows developers to create social applications that enable users to have their own digital identity, content, connections, and tokenized channels. CyberConnect overturns the Web2 model of segmented social networks, where issues are held hostage by the platform monopoly and where information and data cannot be exchanged between different platforms. It's aimed to build a decentralized social graph protocol, which means gathering a person's social relationship on one platform while giving users autonomy. This eliminates the need for users to rebuild their identity, profile, and connection every time they migrate to a new platform. Users can simply connect their wallet to CyberConnect and access all connections across the entire Web3 without barriers to all the apps built on CyberConnect, regardless of which platform they choose to participate in.
It is like the information and data that we can obtain on Instagram, which can be exchanged with Facebook without any barrier. Wow, CyberConnect's central idea is to prioritize the users.
That's right. CyberConnect mainly includes 3 user-centric features. The first is Cyber Profile, a decentralized identity standard that provides access to Web3, used to store all user activity profiles. Developers can use CyberConnect to map all on-chain credentials or access to Cyber Profile. The second is CyberConnect Social Graph, connect user digital identity, data, content, and friends. The third is Cyber Wallet, the protocol smart contract wallet that securely stores user assets. Moreover, the CyberConnect Social Graph model consists of 2 parts, the follow button and the follow or follower list. Any social application that focuses on Web3 can integrate with CyberConnect, eliminating the need to maintain their own social graph database.
What are the CyberConnect tokens and how are they distributed?
The CyberDAO will be used for protocol governance delegation, and Cyber in his government token. Cyber is used to secure and manage the DAO, which will control the use of future funds and all calls aggregate to the protocol. The total supply of Cyber is 100 million, with 3% publicly issued through coin lists, of which 25% will be unlocked Ucoin listing, and the remaining 75% will be unlocked linearly over 6 months. The detailed allocation is as follows. The first in Team and Advisor, 50%, lock up for 15 months after listing, then unlock linearly on a quarterly basis over 3 years. And next is Provide Placement, 25.12%, lock up for 12 months after listing, then unlock linearly on a quarterly basis over 3 years. The next is Community Treasury, 10.88%. 10% unlock Ucoin listing, and the remaining 90% unlock linearly on a monthly basis over 5 years. And the next is Community Reward, 12%, with 20% distributed to early user airdrop Ucoin listing, and the remaining 80% distributed as future community reward. And the next is Coin List Public Sale, 3%, with 25% unlock Ucoin listing, and the remaining 75% unlock linearly on a monthly basis over 6 months. And the last is Ecological Development, 34%. This includes ecological partner, developer community, early integration partner, and marketing.
What utility does the Cyber token have for the CyberConnect protocol?
Cyber will provide the following utility for the CyberConnect protocol. The first is governance. Cyber token holder will be able to vote on proposals to address sustainable long-term development and improvement of the CyberConnect protocol. Upcoming proposals include elevation of service fees for transaction through the protocol, changes in the service fee collection rate, changes in acceptable token for payment, expansion to new blockchain, budget allocation for developer funding program and community contributor program, and offline and online community activity for ecosystem development. The second is used to pay for Cyber Profile. Cyber Profile is the entry point for developer and user to enter the CyberConnect ecosystem. When purchasing Cyber Profile with the premium username, Cyber will be used as a gas token. And the third is used to pay for gas in Cyber Wallet. Cyber Wallet is the smart contract wallet solution for CyberConnect, providing users with a seamless trading experience without the need for a money or native token of different chains as gas payment. Cyber will be used as the pricing table and gas-free payment method for all transactions across EVM-compatible chains within Cyber Wallet. The Cyber Wallet is still under development and will be available for Ethereum, Optimism, Arbitrum, BNB Chain, Base, and Polygon Network.
On to the most important part of the project that most people are concerned about. What is the financial status of CyberConnect?
Well, previously, CyberConnect has 2 successful fundraising rounds in 2021 and 2022. On November 16, 2021, during the 6th round, the company raised 10 million, led by Multicoin Capital and Skynet Capital. Other investors include the Animoca Brands, Double Dragon, Hash, Zoo Capital, Stead Lab, and Mars Network. The funds were mainly used to help the company expand its team, develop the Web3 developer community, and subsequently launch the protocol. On May 17, 2022, during the Series A round, the company raised 50 million, led by Animoca Brands and Skynet Capital, with participation from IOSG Venture, Defi Digital, Protocol Lab, Triple Capital, GGV Capital, and others. CyberConnect plans to use the fund to continue building the protocol, expanding the team, and launching new Web3 projects. It is worth noting that the institutional price per unit during the 2022 Series A round was $3, while the current public offering price is $1.8, which is 40% cheaper than before.
As you mentioned earlier, CyberConnect adopts a development path of protocol, product, and ecology. How do they apply to ecological expansion?
CyberConnect has created an all-in-one profile product called Linktree and expanded into event, post, and fan club, ideally guiding users to find high-frequently usage scenarios that combine Web 2 and Web 3. CyberConnect follows a protocol, product, ecosystem development path, starting with the establishment of protocols, then building his flagship product Linktree and expanding horizontally to develop the ecosystem. In addition to building secondary product, they also welcome established DApp to join in building the ecosystem rather than starting from scratch. CyberConnect does not excessively demand the pure Web3 native nature of applications. Any meaningful iteration scenario can be crafted onto CyberConnect to allow users to use it as a gateway for data on-chain. This ecosystem brings richest application scenario to the protocol, which is more in line with the strategy of piloting the creation of social graph. For example, Dijon Reborn for gaming, Plato for restaurant review, Read-On for reading, and also for metaverse. And even Payfield, the largest application in the Lens ecosystem, has joined the CC interface, making the ecosystem diverse and varies.
What potential risks and challenges are CyberConnect facing?
To have expectation for CyberConnect inevitably means there will be challenges. The current challenge is fact can be divided into the following three aspects. First is privacy concern. CyberConnect relies on wallet addresses for identity verification, making user on-chain access fully open and transparent. Currently, CyberConnect captures all of the user data information and display it on their personal page. This could potentially affect user adoption due to concern about financial privacy. Users should have the right to independently display or hide personal information and related content. Second is resource requirement. CyberConnect will require strong business development research to expand its DApp business in the future. From a technical architecture standpoint, CyberConnect presentation is not a massive network structure, but rather primarily presented to users through data sharing with DAs. Third is data security. CyberConnect also shares data with other Web3 projects such as Zcaling, an interoperable protocol for exchanging and operating funds across chain, UniPass, a unified execution identity system for multiple chains, and domains, Ethereum domain names. While data sharing is necessary for expanding the ecosystem, multi-protocol sharing inevitably involves hidden uncertainty and risks, even if there are data security monitoring measures in place.
For the last question for today's topic, what are your expectations for this project?
I hope that CyberConnect can truly achieve a decentralized social graph, allowing users to break free from platform captivity and have autonomy. It is precisely because CyberConnect breaks down the barrier between different platforms, allowing users to aggregate their social relationships on one social network across different interest circles, fields, and platforms. This also means that users can freely exit one platform or join a new one without worrying about leaving behind their friends, followers, content, or value.
Before we end this show, is there anything you would like to share with the investors?
CyberConnect is a project worth paying attention to in the social networking fields, and it is a Web3 protocol that truly connects user relationships, allowing users to carry their precious relationship network when switching service is one of the core public services that Web3 can provide. With two successful multi-million-dollar financing in the past 2 years, CyberConnect has been able to support the rapid development of the protocol. The official team actively organize operational activities and respond quickly to community inquiries and issues. The competition in the Web3 social network field is fierce, and it is hoped that CyberConnect can expand its ecosystem and continuously innovate around decentralized social networking platform to bring us more impressive performance.
Thank you for sharing all of this. This gives us a deeper understanding and insight of the things to note on CyberConnect project.
Currently, it's always good to stay informed and up to date with the latest trend and insight.
I think that's all for today. If you are watching this, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe, like, and follow button. Thank you very much. See you guys next time. Bye.